As we head into a new academic year, schools across the country are struggling to find qualified teachers. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says there are more than 386,000 teacher vacancies nationwide. That's up from 100,000 10 years ago. Resignations account for 51% of those vacancies.
If I stayed an extra year, I would have been bankrupt, and I was that close. So I had to leave. Oversized classes, being underpaid, it's a lot to shoulder.
Some districts are turning to bonuses to hire more people. One district in Wisconsin is offering $5,000 hiring bonuses, and a district in Virginia is hiring people and allowing them to get their teaching credential as they teach.
As many of us knew, students across the country suffered learning loss during the distance learning that came with the pandemic. On average, kids are 2 to 4 months behind in reading and math, but in Oakland, new figures show 60% of second graders are 1 or more grade levels behind in reading, while 70% are 1 or more grade levels behind in math.
Joining us tonight to talk more about these issues is Jim Wambach, Executive Director of Children Rising, a nonprofit that helps provide and support mentors and tutors for children in the East Bay. Jim, appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you for doing it. Even before we got into the pandemic, your organization was working to help children rise above some of the existing inequities that we often talk about. You heard the numbers in the East Bay, in Oakland. How much wider has that gap grown after the pandemic?
Yeah, well, thank you for carving out some time to talk about the kids. It's so important. So it's grown significantly over the last 2 years since the COVID pandemic. So for the last 20 years or so, we've been recruiting and training volunteers in service for Oakland public schools. And our focus now is partnering with the local educators to pair hundreds of trained volunteer tutors with elementary school children who are struggling in reading and math for exactly the reasons that you stated. We have found that many of the kids, especially the elementary school children and those that are attending schools in some of our lowest income areas, that the pandemic has caused a lot more loss of learning time, as sometimes it's referred to. But that's set the kids back by 2 or more grade levels. And now, as we go into this year, and actually as we started last year, the numbers that some of the testing showed at Oakland Unified School District was that 75 to 80% of the second and third graders in the schools, children that we serve, that we know specifically, were 2 or more grade levels behind in reading and math. So 2 or more grade levels. And imagine being a second grader or a third grader and trying to learn second or third grade curriculum and maybe not being able to count or know your letter sounds. That's how extreme it's become in the last couple of years.
Jim, can you speak to how Children Rising has continued to help, especially in even expanding your tutor availability through the internet so that no child goes without the help they need?
Yeah, so during COVID, when the schools closed, we have typically been in the schools. All our tutoring was in the schools and in the classrooms. And of course, we couldn't do that during COVID. So we developed online tutoring, and that made it possible for us to reach the kids last year or the year before in their homes, and that made a wonderful difference. Today, we're now talking about the concept of providing regular one-to-one targeted tutoring that's sometimes called high-dosage tutoring. And it's recognized more and more as a great way to rapidly enable the children to get back to grade level. And I can't emphasize how important it is to do this rapidly. It's the kids, go ahead.
Jim, I was going to ask you before we wrap up here, because we're almost out of time. I know you're looking for volunteers to be mentors or tutors in the East Bay. Just briefly, how would someone know if this is a role that they would be a good fit for, and how do they step up?
Yeah, and so all they have to do is contact us at children-rising.org or give our office a call in Oakland, and We will talk to them and tell them exactly what they have to do, but it's very easy to do. We have the experience and the ability to turn any caring adult into an amazing tutor.
Yeah.
And I might say that, once you tutor one of these smart, eager to learn kids, you'll just make a lasting positive change in a child's life. But the thing that I always think about, and I've been a tutor and have been over the last several years, the aha moments that happen and the smiles you see along the way are just priceless.
Yeah.
So
Like that,
thank you for letting us talk about it.
Yeah, our pleasure. Yeah.
Important work there, important conversation, Jim. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.